Hey everybody, I'm Sammy and welcome back to my channel. Today I am finally doing a long-awaited and long-promised video, my question and answer and advice video for foreign exchange. So I asked you guys on my Tumblr, Life as Boulé, to send me questions you had about my experience on exchange, how it's like being back, any advice, like anything. So I'm going to answer your questions. Let's just get to Tumblr. Let me just point out that I'm currently sitting on my dog's bed because I need a little more height and I'm like on the floor of my living room, so there's that. Okay, let's just go back. I apologize because I did ask for these questions a long time ago, so some of them are going to be outdated. I'll try to answer them my best anyway and then try to if some of them are about exchange, and I know a lot of people already left for their exchange and they've been in their host country for like 2 months, so I'll try to adjust the answers to that. So the first one. Hey Sammy, so I leave for Costa Rica in August, and I will be staying there for a few months. I guess I'm wondering if you had any advice on living in a different country. Okay, well, one, I'm sorry that I didn't get to this question before you went on exchange. I hope I can still try to help you out a little bit. Some advice for living in a different country. I think most of my advice is just going to be to keep an open mind and to accept the new culture and really just try everything. If people ask you to go somewhere, say yes. And I know you probably get that advice a lot, but say yes. Obviously, if it's going to be something dangerous or illegal, think longer about it, but yeah, just say yes to as many opportunities as you can because these are once-in-a-lifetime opportunities, and turning them down because you're nervous or because you're lazy, you're gonna regret it. So just try your best to say yes to everything so you have less to regret. Okay. Okay. Hey, I am thinking of doing Rotary Youth Exchange my senior year, 2016-2017, and I had a few questions I was hoping you could answer. One of the other countries I was thinking of is Thailand, and I hear it is very similar to Indonesia, but I wasn't sure. Are things super cheap in Indonesia like in Thailand? Also, is there any special clothing you have to wear? Thank you so much. Okay, Indonesia is really cheap. I know Thailand is a bit cheaper, but I bought so much stuff in Indonesia because it's so cheap. I think the exchange right now, or at least when I left Indonesia, was 13,000 rupiah for every dollar. And just to put that in comparison, I could get lunch at school, a meal and a snack and a drink for 6,000 rupiah. So that's probably I don't know, 50 cents. So things are cheap. Thailand is a bit cheaper, but either way, it's going to be super cheap. And then also special clothing. Indonesia does have traditional clothing, but they just wear it for special occasions. I don't know if you mean dressing for Islamic culture or religion or anything. They do cover up a bit more in Indonesia, mostly during the day because they're afraid of getting darker, so they don't want to show their skin. And just out of respect, it's best not to show a lot of your skin all the time, super short shorts and stuff like that. It depends what part of Indonesia you're in, because if you're in a more tourist place, then they understand and it's fine. But if you're in a more traditional small village, it's out of respect, you should cover up a bit. Okay. Hi, I'm wondering what you did for money and money exchanges since I'll be going this year, but I don't know what to do about that. I'm also wondering about what should be worn over there. Are certain fabrics better to keep cooler? Are certain lengths of clothes unacceptable to wear in public for girls specifically? Thanks. Okay, I kind of covered on the last part of that question a little bit, but I'll go to the beginning. For money, I was given a little bit of money each month from Rotary. Other than that, I did have a credit card. And I would recommend getting one that's doesn't have charges for foreign countries, and a lot of those you have to pay membership per year, but since your exchange is less than a year, you can just use that card for the year and then cancel it before you get to the actual time that you have to pay. Yeah, as far as I didn't really bring cash with me to exchange there. I guess I did at the beginning. I had $50 that I exchanged, but just be careful where you do it. A lot of this stuff is really safe, and I would recommend just getting a credit card or debit card, and you can just take money right out of the ATM. And certain clothes for keeping cooler. Believe it or not, loose fabrics keep you a lot cooler than tight ones, and I know it seems like, oh, I'm just going to wear a really tight crop top and then I'll be a lot cooler, but actually if you're wearing something that's like really loose, the air flows through it, that's a lot better. And certain clothes are unacceptable for girls. Not really like unacceptable, just frowned upon. So, I mean, they understand that you're a tourist and that you have a different culture, and they get that. And the Indonesian people are very respectful of that. But just to show respect for their culture, you're in their country. And if you're really trying to assimilate to the culture, it's best to dress the way they are dressing. So, yeah, just cover up a bit more. Look around you, see what everyone else is wearing, and then try to make your best guess off of that. Why did you pick Indonesia? Okay, so when I went on exchange, we got to list our countries 1 through 45. There were some I couldn't go to because I'm vegetarian, but Indonesia was my 5th choice. And I could not be happier that that is the country that I got. I was in the position where I couldn't pick for myself. I just wanted someone else to pick for me because that was a big decision that I couldn't make. And I'm so glad I got Indonesia, just because the culture is so different, and the way I see it, if you're going on exchange, like, you can travel to any country and you can experience their culture, but if you're going to a country where you're really going to be like living with a host family, going to school, experiencing the full culture, why not get something that's totally different from the country you come from? And I think when you do that, then you're going to have the most meaningful exchange. Best, worst thing you packed. Okay, best thing I packed. Tampons. I'm gonna be real honest. You can't really find tampons there, so like, I'm really glad I packed a lot of those. Worst thing you packed. Oh my god, okay. So, I was told before I went that in a lot of parts of Indonesia, like when you go to a public bathroom, they don't have toilet paper. So in my mind I was like, oh my gosh, you can't buy toilet paper there. I have to bring so much toilet paper with me because I can't live the year without toilet paper and I won't be able to find any. You can still buy toilet paper there. Definitely. So I packed like 6 rolls of toilet paper. Halfway through my exchange, my mom sent me a bunch of more like tissues and stuff, and I wanted to be like, I don't need that. They actually have it here. But yeah, you can find it. You don't need to bring it with. Sorry, that was kind of like toilet based for that, whatever. How did you deal with homesickness? I cried. I guess it's best if you have one person. For me, I was lucky enough that my best friend also went on exchange. We've been friends for like 5 years, and she also went on exchange to Italy. Shout out Myra. But for me, that was good to be able to talk to her because I knew she also wasn't home, so I wasn't missing home and wishing I could go back and see her. So it's best if you can find someone who isn't from, or isn't like in your home, so you don't miss them and then like in connection miss home, and that's someone you can talk to. I just tried to distract myself as much as I could and go outside and go do stuff so you're not thinking about, I'm not home, like, yeah, just distract yourself. Did you learn the language quickly? I didn't know any Indonesian before I left, and I bought a bunch of books and CDs, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to study, I'm going to be fluent before I go over, and then I just hung out with my friends before I left. So I went to Indonesia, I got there, and I was completely lost. I had no idea what was happening, no idea what anyone was saying. Like, it was kind of ridiculous on my half, but I got used to it, and you do pick up stuff pretty quickly when no one can speak English to you, or like little English, and just having like the enthusiasm to learn the language really helps. But yeah, it probably took me like 3 months before I could like understand kind of what people were telling me, and then probably like 6 months before I could like have a conversation and say what I wanted to say. And that's the part that really sucks, is once you get good at it, then it's time to go home. So that's awful. Okay, how was it being a foreigner? Did you get a lot of attention? The amount of selfies I took with people that I have no idea where they went are like incredible. So many people took pictures with me. When I walked down the street, everyone would stare at me. When I went to school, probably the first like 2 months, every day was taking pictures with classmates. People I didn't know, never talked to, not in my class, just would walk up to me and take pictures with me, like even the teachers, and that was really strange for me and kind of annoying sometimes, but I got used to it. Yeah, you get a lot of attention stared at in pictures, and people are really interested to hear about you, but not always for the best reasons. So just make sure if you're talking with someone or they're trying to become friends with you and hang out with you, that it's because they like you as a person and not because they want to take advantage of you. If you could, oh, I like this one. Okay, if you could make the world a better place, what would you change and why? I think the biggest problem is that people are ignorant to a lot of things, and ignorance causes a lot of other problems. Ignorance is the cause of racism, and it's just, it's not even something that we have to change really, it's just like educating people more about the fact that there are different types of people in the world, and your type of person is not the only good one. There are all types of great people in the world, and it's not just your religion or your language or your race or your country. There are great people all throughout the world, and you need to accept that. Oh, I just shook my camera. Sorry, I'm gonna move my feet off of there. Anyway, yeah, there are great people everywhere, and you need to accept that there are different types of people besides yourself, whether they have different religious beliefs, or they're attracted to a different gender, or anything really. That's the one thing I would change, is just to spread respect and love for everyone, and not just your type of person. We're all the same generally. We're all unique and beautiful in our own ways, but across the whole human race, we're all so similar that it's really crazy that we take these tiny little differences and expand on those and cause hate around them. Okay, and then I think this is like the last one, but yeah, this will be the last one. So, advice, awfully broad, but I could use just about anything. Advice. Okay. Besides what I said before about just taking every opportunity, I think it would just be to appreciate the moment, be grateful in the moment, and realize how lucky you are to be in a different place and to experience these different things, and try your best never to forget that this is a great special experience that not everyone gets to do. So just to like be grateful in each moment and not let them go to waste is really the best thing. I wish I had done that more. I did it more towards the end of my exchange, but it's really easy at the beginning to kind of get lost in everything, I guess. And so yeah, just try to stay grateful and present. And as far as before you go over there, don't freak out. Like, this is a new big change, and that might scare you, but this is the greatest change that you'll ever make and the best decision you'll ever make. So it's fine to be like anxious, excited, but don't be like anxious, I don't want to do it, because this is amazing. This is the best thing I ever did with my life, and I hope it's the best thing you ever do with yours. So just really don't be scared. There are going to be changes and things will be different, but you'll get used to them. And when you come home, those will be the things that you miss. So don't be afraid of new challenges and difficulties and a different culture, because it's really great. So on that note, I think that's going to be the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, and let me know down below if you'd like me to do any more question and answer videos. If you do have any more questions, you can leave them down in the comments or over at my blog, lifeasboule.tumblr.com, along with all my other social media links that will be in the description. You can also find me on Instagram, which is hey it's Sammy. So thanks for watching. Good luck on your exchange. Welcome back from exchange. Maybe you have nothing to do with exchange, you just like my videos. I don't know, but thanks for watching. Bye!